Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Plus. I'm Shweta Kothari. We're bringing you stories from the world of business policy and economy. With me is Kartik, Malhotra, Amit Ranjan. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Shweta. How are you doing?
I'm very well, but it appears that all is not well for a lot of companies, 3 subsidiaries of Dabur in the US, which has come under increased spotlight in the past couple of days. Litigations are pouring in.
Bad news, in fact, for Dabur early this morning, and Dabur in its regulatory filing has identified that as many as 5,000 plus cases have cited Dabur subsidiaries as well as certain products made by other industry players in litigations concerning cancers of multiple kinds, ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, and other health disorders. Now, these lawsuits are in the US and in Canada, and Dabur yet has not been able to understand or estimate what is the kind of financial implication that these lawsuits could have on the company.
Okay, and it's not just the financial implications which are a problem, it's also the Dabur stock that we've been tracking since morning today.
Yeah, so it's at 526, down about 1.5%. So it's hovering. The maximum it fell was about 1.9%. Right now it's 1.5%.
Okay.
So around 8 points at 526 right now. That much is in the impact. What they have said about these litigations is that they are still in the pleading and discovery phases. So it is still early stages. It is not confirmed. So things basically could change.
Okay. So from what I understand, these are hair products that are in question at the moment, and these are numerous litigations, not a class action suit just as yet.
Yeah, so what I understand, Shweta, there is a product category called hair relaxer, not relevant for me, so I don't know much about it, but there is a category of products called hair relaxers, and people who have, consumers who have used those hair relaxers have been able to, through whatever professional help they might have sought, been able to establish that certain chemicals used in the 3 subsidiaries of Dabur's which produces these hair relaxers, and these 3 subsidiaries being Namaste Laboratories, Dabur International and Dermoviva. These 3 companies which produce these hair relaxers use certain chemicals which may be linked to cancer. Now, there is obviously, litigation in US is as in India, a fairly long-drawn process. But unlike India, there is a jury system in the US, and if the jury were to vote in favor of the plaintiff, then this is obviously bad news for US. I think the other issue that you raised, Shweta, is very important right now, that if the number of plaintiffs are about 5,000, that is a sizable number. And this 5,000, from my understanding of the reading of Dabur's regulatory filing, is perhaps not linked to Dabur's products alone, but there are 5,400 such cases under litigation in multiple districts in the US as well as in Canada. Now, if some of these pertain to products where Dabur or Dabur subsidiaries are directly involved in marketing or manufacturing or selling, then obviously, a good chunk of this could accrue to Dabur. Now, would this result in class action? We have seen enough and more class action suits in the US, and class actions usually don't result well for the company in the dock. And in this case, this is an Indian FMCG giant, Dabur, which is in the dock. And in case it does reach a class action situation, let's not jump the gun right now. Maybe it'll get settled on its own, and it might not really, hold water when it comes to the case that the plaintiffs build against Dabur. But if it were to become a class action, then obviously the financial implication on Dabur is going to be humongous.
All right, and so from what we understand, plaintiffs are obviously going to go after all of these companies, 5,400 cases in total, where formaldehyde was used as a product in a hair relaxer. Hair relaxer typically where you want to straighten your hair. A lot of people use them on a daily basis, likely to cause cancer. Those are, very serious allegations. Lots of people that I know of here in India also use them. But what's important to point out is that the entire process is in very early phases of discovery. The study is still ongoing, so it wouldn't be prudent to jump the gun to say whether it is true or not. But allegations of causing cancer, not just one type, numerous types of cancers.
And bad news overall for India, because we've seen issues with India-made cough syrups, we've seen issues with India-made eye drops, and now a large FMCG company in India in the dock in US and Canada. Not a great picture of India being painted internationally.
All right, so it's Dabur for now, and 2 more subsidiaries of Dabur which are currently in dock in the US.